Hey everyone, Steven here once again. Before I get started with today's video, I do want to remind you that if you like content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, hit the bell for notifications, and so on. So, with all that out of the way, before we talk about the penalties that took place earlier this week, I want to give my thoughts on who I think is going to win the races at Phoenix, both the race and the championship race. Before I do that, I also want to say my congratulations. No, I did that. Never mind. Anyway, first, I'm going to predict that Corey Heim is going to win the race and the championship at Phoenix for the Truck Series, with Aric Almirola winning the owner's title and Cole Custer winning the driver's title for the Xfinity Series, and goes back-to-back there, with Custer getting the race win. As for the Cup Series, Penske will go 3 in a row, but then Joey Logano will get his third title and win the race. So in other words, no non-playoff driver is going to win at Phoenix this time. So, of course, check NASCAR's website, app, and so forth for the start times for the 3 races. Or watch my older videos and you know what time those races would be. Anyway, now, obviously, the big penalty involves the 23, the 1, and the 3 for their involvement with the Sunday shenanigans at Martinsville. Originally, 2311, the 1 at Trackhouse, and the 3 RCR were going to file an appeal. And the appeal, by the way, as of when the video was recorded, has not been made official yet. But if it does come during daylight, I will do an update video regarding that. But ultimately, 2311 did drop their appeal. So now we're waiting on to see if the 1 and the 3's appeal would appeals panel will side with them or not. But basically, here's what the penalties were. The team members, crew chiefs, and spotters will all be suspended for Phoenix. In addition, all of them were fined $100,000 each for their contributions, plus the owners and the drivers were also fined $100,000 and 50 points, although the drivers themselves weren't suspended. Now, did NASCAR make the right call? Because I have heard that people want Byron and Bell to be punished as well for their contributions to this, either directly or indirectly. And I get that, especially with Byron. But my question to you is this. Assuming that Chevrolet did manipulate the race to help Byron out, what's to say that if the roles were reversed, or rather, if, for example, get this phone on the statue. Can it be hold for a few minutes? Stand by, folks. I'm trying something right quick. So what I was trying to do was had the phone over my statue at the park, and it didn't work. So sorry about that. Anyway, like I was saying, would it be fair to punish Byron if he had nothing to do with it other than be the benefactor? I get why people want him punished, but personally, if he didn't know, then why should he be punished for something that wasn't entirely his fault? I mean, yeah, if you bump him out and put Larson in, for example, then what's the point? Chevrolet will still have a driver in the Final Four anyway. If you really want to set an example, then bump down till you get to the next Florida driver on the list, whether it be Brad or Austin, and put them in the Final Four spot instead, or just make it a championship 3 for that race weekend in Phoenix. To send a clear message that race manipulation would not be allowed regardless. But, given the circumstances, I'm a little disappointed that they didn't at least give Byron some sort of penalty, like a points penalty or something. But ultimately, it was the right decision to at least send a message that something like this would not happen. It would not be allowed to happen. Like I said, if the appeals panel does reach a decision today regarding the 1 and the 3, I'll be back to do the follow-up. And if it's into the night, well, I'll be back tomorrow to talk about it then. So in the meantime, I'll see all of you next time. Bye. There was one thing I did forget to talk about, though. Apparently, Brad Keselowski is coming back next year, but with a new crew chief, since Matt McCall announced that he won't be back next year to crew chief the 6th car at RFK. Now, I've not read the full article to find out who will be the new crew chief, but I'll be back with you if they did announce it or not. So, upon further review with that article, no word on who the new crew chief would be for Brad, but it appears that Matt McCall might go to Spire next year. And in case you're wondering if Corey Heim's going anywhere for the Truck Series next year, apparently he's staying put at Tricon Racing as well, for at least next year. As for start times, 8 o'clock tomorrow for trucks, 7:30 Saturday for Xfinity, and 3 o'clock Sunday for the Cup Series. Which, by the way, Peacock will show the Cup race along with NBC for the first time since Daytona. Although why they didn't do it with the previous NBC races, I don't know, but hey, at least I can see the race around work. Can't say the same thing about trucks or Xfinity. Best I can do there is on the radio. Oh well. But anyway, as of now, no word get on the penalty side of things, on the appeals process. But like I said before, if it comes out, I'll be back. So, the appeals panel did reach a decision after all. Before I tell you what that is, brief recap. Team members, crew chief, spotters were all fined $100,000 each. Driver owner's points were started at 50 each. And everybody but the driver was forced to sit out at Phoenix. Originally, 2311, RCR and Trackhouse filed an appeal. However, ultimately, only Trackhouse decided to continue with the appeal after both 2311 and RCR withdrew the appeal request. So, with all that out of the way, how did it go? Well, the appeals panel ruled with NASCAR, meaning that the penalty stood and Trackhouse will not file a final appeal. So basically, for once, the appeals panel made the right call. Race manipulation of any kind should not be allowed. Either person, I think some sort of penalty should be handed down to Byron as well, but given the circumstances and whatnot, ultimately this was the right call. So once again, to recap. Appeal denied for Trackhouse, and they won't seek a final appeal. All the penalties from Martinsville will stand. Anyway, on that note, I'll see all of you next time. Bye.